Hello, people of the internet, it is I, the Shortwave, and welcome back to another episode of You Learn Something Every Day. Now, you may notice that I'm talking very quickly, and that's because I did mention that we have a new format of episodes, and that's, sorry for the stutter, new format of episodes, and that's gonna be, they're gonna be fast. So, I thought to spice things up, I would try and, enlighten you. I would enlighten you on whatever I so choose, which is actually just what happens in the episodes usually, but I thought I would do that within the span of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, that's a really short amount of time to do anything properly. So if this doesn't work out, you might never see this episode. If it does, it's gonna make the future You Learn Something Every Day is kind of stressful for me. Not gonna lie. Anyways, I'm going to start a timer, and we can get started for this episode. Also, I'm gonna turn the brightness on my computer screen down because I know that my glasses reflect light and it looks kind of ugly and I was too lazy to put on contacts. Sorry about that. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Turkey. This is very similar to our Oranges episode. We're talking about the derivation of a word, or where it came from, not really the derivation, and the history. And we're following the history of the word Turkey. Let's start off in the land Turkey. This is actually a country. Yes, I know, surprise. But why is it called Turkey, and why is there also a bird that shares the same name as Turkey? Okay, so the word Turkey and its appearances actually started off in the 1300s. This appeared in several places. Also, a book called the Book of Duchess later on in history. Don't worry about that for now. That was just a place where it was referenced as the land of the Turks. Now, before World War I, actually, this entire area that became Turkey was just land owned by the Ottoman Empire, and it was just like, oh yeah, the Ottoman Empire owns that. Yeah, it's the Ottoman Empire. But then afterwards, after World War I, some people were like, oh, sorry about that. Some people were like, oh, hey man, like, we're different, we're like reborn now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna call ourselves something. People have called us the land of Turks. Well, let's be Turkey now. So it became the Republic of Turkey. And that was the new name and the new founded name for the land of the Turks, Turkey. Makes sense, Republic of Turkey. Now, the weird thing is, there's also a bird that we have called Turkey. So why is there a bird that we have called Turkey? And why is there a country called Turkey? Because Turkey isn't populated entirely by turkeys. Disappointing, I know. Yeah. So you may be wondering about that. So let me enlighten you. Now, turkeys are a bird that were native to the New World, to America, really. The sort of mix-up that happened, oh my god, I'm running low on time. The mix-up that happened here was because of European settlers who came over to the New World way back in the day, date on screen, irrelevant actually, and they found these birds and hunted these birds, and these were turkeys, formerly not referred to as turkeys because the only people who were there were the Native Americans, and I don't actually know the word. If I find the word, it's going up on the screen right now. Okay, look at it. Word on the screen right here, somewhere in here. Anyways, but the thing was that Europe had been getting imports from the Ottoman Empire, or what was now being called Turkey. They had been getting imports from this place, the land of Turks, of this bird called a guinea fowl that somewhat resembled a turkey. Image of guinea fowl on the screen right now. You can see the red sort of beak thing below the beak, the jowl of the bird. And the European settlers were like, oh hey, this bird looks a lot like guinea fowls, and guinea fowls were called like Turk hens or turkey hens or something like that. So they were like, oh, these are just turkey hens, and turkey hens sort of chopped off the hen because it was lazy, because people were lazy, and then you got turkeys. And people were like, oh, it's just the same bird, we'll call it turkeys. So yeah. And the origin of the word is basically because there was Turkey, which is a place, land of Turks became declared the Turkish Republic of Turkey after World War I, and the bird was very similar looking to the bird the guinea fowl, which was imported to Europe from the land of Turks, Turkey, and called a turkey hen. And then when they found the new bird that looked similar, they were like, just whatever, it's a turkey. Okay, and that is time. And hopefully there's a timer on the screen right now that is flashing red saying, Blashwath, you are out of time, because you are out of time. Awesome. So, that was a lot to process. And that was a lot for me too, and I probably stuttered through a lot of that I shouldn't have, and it probably should have taken me less than 3 minutes 30 seconds. But don't you worry about that. I'll worry about that and cut it down for the next episode. Yeah, we have casual time here. This feels so relaxing. Anyways, thanks so much for dropping by into this episode of You Learn Something Every Day. I hope you did learn something today about turkeys, because that's another silly one, a lot like oranges, as I said. Please don't blame me for that one. I just wanted a short thing for the first episode of our Blitz You Learn Something Every Day. Come up with a name for it if you want, and be sure to drop it in the comments, and I will definitely check it out, and possibly rename it, although I do like the name, You Learn Something Every Day. Anyways, as I said, thanks so much for dropping by. I'll see you guys in the next episode of whatever that may be. Don't forget to live long and peace out. Bye!